too. So it is all possible. You're welcome. I was using the workshop and it works. I'm so happy, babe. Please send me your workshop success stories. I want to add every single story to my website because you guys are fucking rock stars at this. Is it helpful to look at pictures of what you want before you go to bed? Yeah, you can look at pictures, or you can just visualize it in your mind, or you can tell the story of it in your mind. All three will work amazingly well. Some people do mind movies, where they put like little clips together of things they want to manifest and they run it through like a movie right before bedtime. It all really works the same way. It's going to impress the subconscious the more that you repeat it. You're welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome. How do I manifest my soulmate? First, get very clear on who that is. Create the avatar. Do a list of all the things that you want in this person. What are the attributes that you want them to embody? What do they look like? What do they talk like? What is their career level? Really get clear on who your ultimate desire is, because that's the only way to call it in. Do you think my manifestation with SP will work if he has depression? Yeah, babe, absolutely. So you can manifest a version of him or her who is not depressed. The version of him or her that is loving and kind and full of energy and is committed to you and has healthy relationship patterns. You can manifest that version of him and envision him being that way. Start telling your story of being in a relationship with a person like that. I think I have a success story like that on my website, actually, of somebody manifesting a better version of their husband who was dealing with depression, and it fixed their marital issues. I think I have it uploaded from someone that used the workshop. Let me see. Can I manifest an ex who is hanging with other girls to come back and propose to me? Yes. So you will need to detach from that story completely. You cannot affirm that story. You're going to want to create the new version of him in your mind as you're elevating your self-concept into the woman who has the perfect love in her life, the perfect relationship with that person. And you want to make sure that you are stating things like, he only has eyes for me. He has, he's obsessed with me. He's committed to me. He respects and values me. How can I manifest an abundance of money ASAP? You want to take time out of the equation, because time is going to put pressure on you. And you're going to build so much resistance. And what resistance manifests as is anxiety, fear, doubt, disbelief, panic attacks. So try to eliminate time, especially if you're so pressed for that money to come in. You're creating so much resistance. So you want to backtrack. You want to start sitting back in your power and saying, I have 20 grand in the bank right now. My bills are always paid on time. I always get what I want. I have a flow of abundance entering my reality in every corner. I have multiple streams of income. I have true financial freedom. So you want to start creating this new self-concept of the person who is completely well off with money. And then it can flow into your reality. But you don't want to put a time limit on things, because you're creating resistance where you're not going to let it flow. You're going to be trying to hold on to it so tight with your clutches, and it's really, really difficult to allow something to flow in naturally like that, But I have some crazy money stories myself that I've shared on my TikTok, and from client testimonies up on my website as well using the workshop. It's fucking amazing. So go check that out. How do you persist even with mental health issues? It's really hard. I see movement and then I get anxiety. So when you have anxiousness, this is you not being confident and calm within your self-concept, and this manifests as different health and mental issues for a lot of people. And that's not in medical terms, that's in spiritual terms. So don't quote me on medical terms, but this is how I have learned this through the law of assumption and through self-concept identity work. So if you do struggle with anxiety, my best recommendation is going to be nervous system regulation practices. And you should do them daily to really remove that anxiousness, because anxiousness is just a manifestation of resistance. So if you are super anxious, you need to dedicate some time into breath work. You need to dedicate some time into the emotional freedom technique, the tapping technique, somatic shaking, ice facials, and ice baths. All of these things will help you tremendously if you give it the time of day and you really put in some work. You're welcome. I'm worried I might waste my time manifesting an SP and he won't show up. Well, if you're affirming that, then you are absolutely correct. So you have to be very careful with what you're saying. You have to go into your knowing power that it is done. I have anything that I want. Like, when we worry about these things, we're literally giving our own creative power away. So you have the ability to lean into fear or to lean into faith. They take just as much energy and just as much power, and they will have just the same amount of likeliness to have the outcome. So you might as well lean into faith of getting your desire instead of leaning into fear of it just not working. Because the thing is, you're already manifesting 24/7, so clearly it is working, but you're not getting the things that you want because you're not in control of your thought patterns. So really, process this and realize, if I'm in control of my thought patterns, then I get anything I want. So I'm just doubting myself. And if you're doubting yourself, you have not yet really accepted that you are the operant power of your reality. So I would take a little bit more time in sitting in that knowing, because that will help you so much. I stopped being anxious by controlling my thoughts in December. Have been the best ever since. I'm so glad, babe. That's amazing. All the things I'm trying to manifest myself is happening to everyone around me except me. Babe, that's called birds before land. It's coming. Your subconscious is literally showing you that it's on its way. Get excited. Can you explain again how to make someone think of you? You would use the law of thought transmission. So you think of what that person should be thinking of you. And if you do it repeatedly over and over with the right thoughts, then those are going to be the thoughts they start assuming about you. That they love you, that they're obsessed with you, that you are the only woman that they see, that they miss you, that they can't stop calling you, they can't stop talking about their friends about you, that they're just so in love with you, they see their future with you, right? You have to start assuming these things. That is what he is thinking, and you're projecting that out. And that person feels it. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. The workshop works. Thank you, bestie. Send me your client testimony, please, on Instagram if you don't mind, so I can add it to my website. You guys go check out all the client testimonies for my workshop at the top of my page. Fucking mind-blowing. Everything from manifesting your specific person to manifesting weight loss to manifesting money, manifesting their businesses to grow, just insane transformations. Please go look at it if you want to be mind-blown. Can you do an example of breath work? So, there's the box breathing method that I do, but there's countless of methods. Breath work is insanely impactful in your nervous system. So the box breathing method that I like to do is 4 counts in. So you hold for 2 and then release for 4. If you do that just twice, you're probably going to feel high as fuck. I feel like I'm high when I do breath work. It's extremely calming. I do not think of negativity. Like, I don't know, I can't explain why the nervous system is so like completely neutralized. But what happens when we're anxious and we're spiraling is that we are energetically reacting to our 3D over and over. It's like overstimulation. So we have to calm ourselves through nervous system regulation in order to really gain control of our thoughts, our emotions, and our belief system to manifest a new reality. Manifesting weight loss, how? Check out my website at the top of my page. It shows you all the client testimonies and what they're saying that they're doing using my workshop. So you develop a brand new self-concept, right? You want to lose weight? How much you want to weigh? You want to weigh 130? Cool. You develop the avatar or the idea in your mind, the identity of you. What if your name is Jessica? Jessica, you are the woman who weighs 130 pounds. You are the woman who loves her body, who loves her shape, who loves her size. You are the woman with a fast as fuck metabolism who can eat whatever she wants. You are the woman who is loved and adored because everyone is obsessed with your appearance. So you have to start creating this identity of yourself in your mind, and your body is listening and it wants to do the work for you without you struggling, without you starving yourself. All of that stuff gets eliminated because of the way that you speak to yourself. You are manifesting your new ideal body. And if that is like too far-fetched for you to believe, please check out the client testimonies at the top of my website using the workshop. Check out all of my Manifest Your Appearance Change videos on my TikTok page. Mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. Do you make YouTube videos? No, baby, just TikTok. You breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 2, and breathe out for 4. Yes, and then when you breathe out for 4, you hold for 2 again, so it's a box. So breathe in 4, hold 2, breathe out 4, hold 2, and repeat. Breath work definitely works. Oh my God, I know. I love breath work. I get mad at myself when I don't practice it enough. And then I'm like, why am I spiraling out of control? Because it's me. Okay. Have you thought of doing YouTube? I have, but I'm actually going to be starting a podcast, so I'll be much more accessible on there and giving you guys a lot more information. The reason I don't want to do YouTube is because I'm already doing video format coaching every day on TikTok, and the growth on TikTok is way better than YouTube. And I just don't feel like getting into the mess of YouTube and getting all the lighting fixtures and cameras and all that stuff. You're so pretty. Thank you. You're so pretty. Thank you, guys. Can you do cold showers? Yes. Cold showers, ice baths, ice facials, like literally just taking ice and rubbing it on your face, on your neck, and on the back of your neck. Oh my God, you will feel so calm and stabilized when you're spiraling. It will regulate your nervous system almost automatically. So it's an amazing tool. If you have ice on hand, rub that shit on your body, rub it on your chest. You will chill the fuck out. I manifested my SP using the workshop, babe. Congrats. I'm so fucking happy for you. Please send me your client testimony so I can add it to the website. I freaking love all these success stories. Can you manifest someone who no longer talks to you? Of course, babe. Your circumstances don't matter. You can manifest any specific person to treat you and show up for you in any specific way by elevating your self-concept, which means just transforming your identity. And you must view that person in the new way by letting go of the old story. So forget the old story completely. How do I avoid feeling like all this is fake? I'm trying to remain positive, but I see no movement. Well, you have to look at your reality. You manifested all of it. And you can tie it up to your thought process. You will see how real all of this is. So if you want better results, you must change your habitual thinking. please make a podcast, like recorded affirmation, so I can listen when I walk. Yes, I'm actually going to be coming out with the podcast as well as affirmation tapes dedicated to specific desires. So I'll have affirmation tapes for love, for body image, for health, for money and financial success, for friendships. I have like a whole list of categories that I'm going to be releasing for you guys. My ex came back and we're texting. What now? So you need to evolve your self-concept. Who is the woman that has the ideal relationship with her partner? Like, what is the version of you that you want to create? Remember, guys, this is all about you. Like, fuck SP for a second. Honestly, people focus too much on the SP. They're really not that important. What's important is your identity, the way that you look at yourself, the way that you value yourself, the assumptions you have about yourself, the assumptions that you assume people have about you. This is the work. So if he came back and he's texting you, have you done the work, you know? You really need to get clear on who you are becoming that will keep that man and have him show up in the way where he treats you like you are a fucking goddess. Please add hair growth affirmations. Of course, babe, absolutely. I'll make sure to include a lot of things about hair into the body image change affirmation tape. What if the person is a narcissist? You can manifest a different version of them. But I have to be very careful when I say that, because if you are with a narcissist and you're being abused, get out of the situation. Your safety is number one and always will be number one. Don't try to manifest a new version of an abusive partner. Get out, and you can worry about manifesting changes in their behavior later. But please put yourself first. How do I believe that my affirmations aren't working? You don't have to believe your affirmations. You just have to persist to impress it into the subconscious. And then you will begin to see the shifts. But if you don't impress it and you go back to the old thought patterns, then your reality stays as is. You're welcome. I've been affirming that I have the money. I'm manifesting. Is that how I persist? Yes. So go on a tangent and tell the story of yourself as the richest bitch that you've ever met. Or the richest guy that you've ever met, right? So I have all the luxuries in the world. I have the ton of money in the bank. I receive 50 grand every single month just for being me. My business is growing. My success is growing. My job just promoted me. What does this story look like for you as that successful person that has all the money? Where is that money going? Are you buying a house? Are you paying off your parents' mortgage? Are you buying a boat? Are you moving to your favorite island? What are you doing with all this money? Get clear on this avatar, on this new identity of yourself that you're creating, so that you can live in that story in your mind dominantly, and then you won't really give a fuck about what's happening in your 3D reality in the meantime. That's how you get the money in the bank. So just be mindful of where your focus is. Oh my god, I love you and these lives. Bestie, I love you more. Thank you for supporting. Should we focus on one at a time, or can we mix them up right now? SP, money, body image. Girl, manifest it all at once. So this is you right now. You have different components in your identity, right? Maybe you like some of them, maybe you don't. Create the avatar of you that has X amount of dollars every month, that has the love of her life and the healthiest, most beautiful, loving relationship ever, and that has the sickest fucking body that you've ever seen. So you will create this story of your identity in your mind, and you'll repeat it daily. So this is what your day is gonna sound like, right? Maybe you're doing skincare, maybe you're getting ready for work, whatever. I am the luckiest person in the world. I get everything that I want. I manifest at lightning speed. I'm so obsessed with me. That's why people are obsessed with me. That's why my man is obsessed with me. That's why he loves me so much. That's why he gives me the healthiest, most beautiful, committed relationship. And you know what? I'm just so in love with me. I have the perfect body, the perfect shape, the perfect weight, the perfect size, the perfect hair. I love my clear skin. I love my long and healthy nails. I love that people love how much I'm glowing everywhere that I go. I love my magnetic energy. I'm so grateful that I have all the money in the bank. I'm so grateful that I run the most successful business that I've ever witnessed in my life. This is how your self-talk needs to sound throughout the day to create this new identity. And as you continue to impress these stories into the subconscious day after day, it begins to accept it, no matter how crazy or how outlandish you sound, and your reality begins to shift. And don't worry about how long it's going to take. Some people it takes months, some people it takes weeks. Doesn't matter. Just persist so it can come, and you'll begin to tip the tides in your life so that everything starts working in your favor rather than against you. Just listening to you is making me shift. Your voice is powerful. Thank you, bestie. You guys want to know what's so funny? Everybody tells me they love listening to me talk. I used to have a blocked throat chakra, so I would get so choked up before speaking that I would start shaking and getting hot, like overheated, and I would black out, like public speaking or speaking on a camera. So I'm so happy that you guys like to hear me speak, because it took a long time for me to manifest that. How do you speak towards yourself? I speak in my mind. Everything I say is just stories I'm telling myself in my mind quietly. I wrote all your affirmations in a notebook and I just repeat them. I love that. How did you resolve the issue? If you're talking about my blocked throat chakra, it was kind of overcoming the fear of just being myself. So the reason I was always afraid to use my voice is because I was feared of being me. Like I feared what people would think of me and the way that I view the world and who I am as an individual, because I was always very different. And it made me extremely self-conscious, but now it's my power, right? I've become very successful for being different, and I think that just practicing being my authentic self unblocked whatever I really had going on. I mean, it was really bad. I used to have like lumps in my throat. Like I literally had a blocked throat chakra, but I turned that into my power. So, you know, if you experience things like that where you feel like you cannot be your authentic self, just try to practice it as much as you can and start, you know, showing your friends who you are, show your family who you really are, and you'll see that people do warm up to you and they accept you. Any book recommendations? Psycho-Cybernetics, number 1. Number 2, The Power of Awareness. Number 3, Ask and It Is Given. Number 4, The Feeling Is a Secret. Number 5, Becoming Supernatural. Number 6, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Number 7, You Are the Placebo. And I have way more. I'll give it to you guys. I'm using the workshop to manifest my ex-boyfriend, and there's so much movement. Bestie, congratulations. I love it. I love the workshop success stories because you guys are doing it self-paced, where I don't even have to like walk you through the process, and you guys are mastering it and you're seeing results with your SP, with your body image, with your health, with the money, like everything. I just love it. If you guys want to download it, it's at the very top of my page, and you'll also see right on the page all the client testimonies. It's just, and you can save the workshop to your phone. You can use it for any specific desire. You can combine it for multiple desires. It's amazing. What was number 1? Number 1 is Psycho-Cybernetics. That's my number 1 book for all of this. How do you start manifesting? It's new to me. So you're already manifesting 24/7. Everything is a manifestation of your belief system. So if you want to manifest new things and change your reality, you will need to change your belief system through a new habitual thought pattern. And I do this using the self-talk method that's all over my page. Does all manifesting consist of thoughts, or are there actions I need to take? You do not need to take action. You need to change your habitual thinking. Yes, I can give you guys a book list. I actually shared it on my Instagram like 2 days ago. I can repost it for you guys on my Instagram stories. I purchased your workshop yesterday. I'm so excited. I'm happy for you, babe. Please let me know if you have questions on it. I'm here to help. Is it a lot to do in the workshop? No, it's not. The workshop is broken down into 3 days worth of information, but it's self-paced, so you can do it, at any time. And then on day 3, you have a 30-day manifestation protocol to follow, and it focuses on different things like money, love, and relationships, body image, and I break down the steps on how to manifest by controlling your thought pattern. Baby. Do you do one-on-one coaching? I do, babe, but I'm backed up. My waiting list is about 3 months long right now, and I've completely cut it off as I get through all of my current clients. So that's why I direct everyone to the workshop, because it has all of my teachings combined into the guide. And you can use it on your own, so that way you don't have to wait for me. My SP and I are no contact. I keep seeing his name everywhere in the last 2 days. Birds before land, babe. That's an amazing thing. How do you get someone to conform? So you want to start using the law of thought transmission. Number 1, assume what that person is thinking about you. Make sure they are amazing assumptions of yourself, and they will start to conform and behave and show up that way. But you need to be evolving your self-concept. You have to be transforming your identity mentally. So this is switching into a new conscious state of being. But there's a lot of success stories of people having their SPs conform. The success stories are all up on my website. You can see what people are saying. They're getting their husbands to treat them better, their boyfriends to treat them better, their exes to come back after being in no contact, after being blocked. They are literally getting these people to show up and behave for them how they want them to by transforming their identity, by doing the protocol every single day outlined in the workshop. And they're taking it very seriously, and it is working. So you can do it. What if I'm saying these affirmations, but my SP is saying shit about me online? You just completely ignore your 3D. You don't even need to accept that that's actually what's happening. You can reject that. How do I manifest my good health? So you would be speaking to yourself in a way as the ideal version of you who is in perfect health. So you would say things like, I am in perfect balance. My body knows exactly what to do on a molecular level to keep me in perfect shape and in perfect health. I love that I'm thriving every day. I love how healthy I feel. I love how beautiful I feel. I love my mobility. I love my quick metabolism. I love that I feel so strong in my own skin. You have to start telling the story of that healthy, perfectly balanced version of you, because she exists already, but you need to speak her into existence by shifting into that state of consciousness of her reality. So let go of your current story, create the new one. Do you have SP success stories? Oh my God, I have dozens, if not hundreds. I post a ton of them up on my website. So girls are manifesting ex-husbands, ex-boyfriends, people who were like situationships that ghosted them. They're coming back, and they're doing this with an elevated self-concept, with a new identity, by creating new stories through the workshop that they're using. And you guys can pair the workshop with all of my videos, because I teach all of this literally every single day. You're so welcome, babe. So, yes, you can get the workshop from the UK. So if you guys go to my page, you can get it in any country. Click on my profile right here. It takes you to the top of my page where you see a link for my website, and you can immediately download it. And then you'll see underneath the download all the client testimonies. And if you have any questions while using the workshop, just write on my TikTok videos or DM me on Instagram. I answer all of my clients. Do you think my ex will come back if all his friends are coming back from deployment? Yeah, babe, of course. The circumstances don't matter. None of that will ruin what you're manifesting. Would the workshop work for someone who is new to this? Yes, it is broken down in very simple terms. So the workshop is, it guides you through a self-concept transformation process. For anyone who doesn't speak English, it is written fully in English. But since it's a written guide, you can like literally copy and paste it into a translator if needed, so you can really understand the terms I use. But it is broken down, very simplified. It gives you a daily protocol to follow. It gives you examples on manifesting SPs, manifesting money, body image changes, health, all of it. So it is extremely helpful, and there are so many people seeing success with it, so I'm so happy. My self-concept affirmations, I have a ton. I get everything that I want. I'm a master manifester. The universe is rigged in my favor. Abundance and love are my birthright. Love follows me every single place that I go. I am chosen because I choose myself. I am valued because I value myself. I am respected and worshipped because I respect myself. I go on these tangents of like how successful I am. I always get the business that I want. I get the money that I want. Men fall at my feet and they obsess over me. They're in love with me. They do anything that I say. And that's my reality. So you can use that for any affirmation really to transform your reality by telling them over and over in your mind like a story, kind of like what you guys just heard me do. Is your workshop mainly for beginners for manifesting? It's for anybody. It's just simplified so easily that even a beginner who's new to the concepts will like immediately understand it. When you're manifesting, can you talk about your problems in your current reality to others? Well, if you're manifesting, why would you want to focus on your problems? The point of this process is to shift your awareness into the desired state of having it. Complaining and venting will manifest more things to complain and vent about. So I don't recommend that at all. How often should we be repeating these affirmations? You can do it every morning and every night before bed, and then throughout the day, anytime the thought of the desire comes up, you can affirm against it with what desired reality that you want to experience. That's my downfall. Please don't do that. I agree. I used to be the same. I used to complain about so many things, and I was wondering why my life was going to shit. Like, hello, it was me. I'm in control, right? So I was like, okay, I need to shift. I need to change. I am the answer and I am the problem. So I have to be the solution to the problem. What do you say if people ask about your SP? I tell them I don't want to entertain this conversation because I'm careless about it. Like, I literally just block it. Like, I don't let people talk to me about things that I don't want to create in my reality. And if they don't want to hear about me being delusional, about my imaginatory world that I'm creating in my mind, then I'm just not going to discuss it. It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing that everything in your current reality was caused by you, so you can fix it. Yes, everything. Will meditation videos help when manifesting? Absolutely. I include a meditation link inside of my step-by-step manifestation protocol in the workshop. And I like when people, like when my clients meditate daily in the morning, even if it's just 10 minutes, because as you quiet your mind, you're stopping the habitual thought patterns for some time and you release resistance. So I love meditation as a tool. I highly recommend it for anyone and everyone. How tall are you? That was an interesting question. I'm 5'6". Can you make a video that explains goddess energy? Yes, girl. Goddess energy is just having an elevated self-concept. Is thinking about your SP too much okay, or does it create resistance? It depends on how you think about them. If you think of their absence, then yes, it does cause resistance. If you're thinking of how you're already with them, then it releases resistance. It does the opposite. While manifesting, should checking their socials be avoided? Yes, you don't want to be triggered. So I recommend blocking people. That's just like my number one tip, but you don't have to block them. But why would you want to be spying on them and getting triggered all the time, you know? Has your life changed a lot? Girl, my life has flipped upside down. A lot of people don't know my story, like my background. I grew up in America as an illegal immigrant. No papers for 15 years, broke as fuck. The word, like, I'm not even gonna go into that reality, because, you know, it triggers me, but the things I've had to overcome and the struggle, I just don't wish it upon anyone, but you can always turn your pain into power and create a new reality where none of that has to be your identification. I used to identify myself with my struggles, and so I was always broke. I was never financially well off. I didn't like myself. Like, I just had so many insecurities, and I didn't know how to be my authentic version of me. And that shit will ruin your life. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. What if I don't want to focus on SP and just focus on money, health, and body goals? Girl, do your thing. Forget SP. Like, don't let them be the center of your world. There's way better things out there than a specific person, in my opinion. I like to put my energy in manifesting money and success and health. Those are like my top things. So yeah, you don't have to. And like, when you focus on those things, SP wants you even more because you're not even giving a fuck about them. Like, honestly, they're like, damn, this girl is on her grind. She's living her best life. Look at how stunning she looks. Look at how successful she is. I want her back. So yeah, forget about SP. Like, manifest whatever you want. Manifest a house, a successful business, like whatever you want. The workshop is in my bio, you guys, linked at the top of my page. My website's right there. Just download it. When did you start manifesting consciously? Like 3 or 4 years ago. But I was doing it from a very young age in elementary school. I just didn't know what it was called. I would forcibly get extremely sick to avoid going to school, and that's when I realized that my mind is the placebo. So I would skip school by having an insane fever and break out in a flu overnight. So that's when I realized like how powerful my mind was. The workshop is 10 pages. Yes, babe, 10 pages. And on the last page, you have the entire 30-day manifestation protocol to follow. You want to make sure you stay extremely consistent with it and that you do follow it step by step. That's why all my clients have such amazing results. I'm just starting to manifest a house. Any tips? So if you want to manifest a house, you have to embody the homeowner that you want to be. So they're financially well off. They live in a beautiful home. All their bills are taken care of. Create that version of you. How do you embody her? What are your thoughts? What are your beliefs? Are you calm and happy and present in your new home? Are you having pool parties in the back? Are your kids running around in the front yard? Those are going to be the new things you want to start manifesting within your identity. Hi. Welcome from Amsterdam. How do I get rid of the assumption that my SP is stubborn and egotistical? By creating the brand new story of him. So how do you want him to show up? And that's going to be the version of him that you want to assume that he is in your mind. So paint this perfect picture of him. You were doing it at a young age too. I love that. Yeah, we're manifesting since we're children. Like, honestly, we do it 24/7. Do you do private sessions? I do, but I have a waiting list of 3 months right now. So I'm just working through all these people. That's why I have a condensed and refined workshop that you can save and download directly to your phone, and it takes you step by step through the manifestation process that you can apply for any specific desire. How do you change your thoughts to be more positive? So you want to create the reality that you want to actually live in your mind. That will turn you into a positive person. So what do you want out of life? What type of friendships, relationships, what type of career, what type of location do you want to live in? What type of woman do you want to be? Create these new stories, and that will turn you into not only having positive thoughts, but then positive emotions, and then positive belief systems, and then you won't be really triggered by the people in your reality anymore. Is dark feminine energy evil? No, it's not, but dark feminine energy has a lot of rage behind it. So feminine is light and dark in one, and women embody both. That's why the female rage is so fucking powerful, and it shouldn't be fucked with by anybody. Your workshop is the truth. Thank you, Vani. I love you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy it's working for you guys. I got the workshop 2 weeks. Ex broke up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So you really need to be focusing on the self-concept work. So ask yourself, what are you trying to manifest? Are you manifesting an ideal reality with your SP? A new version of your SP? All of this will first require you to turn inward, do the internal work. How do you identify yourself? How do you identify yourself in relation to the goal as well? And what are your assumptions that you have about this person and how they view you? You must transform. And guys, this takes time. If you're looking for instant results, I do not have a magic pill for you. I'm sorry. It just doesn't exist. Yes, he's right. Stop looking for results. Stop taking score of where you are in your reality, because by hyperfixating on your 3D, you are not allowing anything new to come in. You're not living in your imagination. That's the goal here. What if I keep checking the third-party stories? Does it affect my manifestation? It can trigger you, right? So by getting triggered, you are energetically reacting to something. So please block third parties, because by your focus on them, you're keeping them alive. And the whole goal is to get rid of them, right? So don't focus on things you don't want. You don't want third party there. Don't focus on third party. Block them. Lisa, you just ordered. Thank you. Let me know if you have questions on how to use it. DM me on Instagram or comment on my TikTok videos and I will respond. I keep crying and getting upset. It's hard to focus. So if you feel like you're emotionally spiraling, then you have to regulate your nervous system. That will be number one. Step one is self-regulation. You can do that with breath work, with EFT tapping, somatic shaking, ice facials, ice baths to calm, stabilize yourself. As you're crying, it's okay to cry, like totally okay. Crying releases resistance and it allows things to be like, to let go of things. But you really need to stabilize yourself, get calm, and step back into your creative power. From that point, it'll be a lot easier to manifest something new because you're fully stable. When you first started manifesting, did you feel delusional or like you were pretending? Yes. Oh my God. I did. And I didn't know that like I shouldn't be telling people what I'm manifesting. So I started telling my sister. I started telling her everything that I'm manifesting, and she's like, are you okay? Like, none of that is happening. Like, be realistic. What's wrong with you, right? That was the reaction and the feedback I would get from people. And I'm like, I just had to accept people are not there. And that's okay. You know, it works so much better to keep it to yourself and keep that creative energy and excitement within. That way other people's reactions don't trigger you, because they will speak doubt into your life, and we don't need that. We have enough self-doubt already. So yeah, I did feel super delusional, and I gave up so many times on like conscious manifesting because I was following different coaches and different teachers who just said, think positive thoughts. And that's really nice, but that doesn't give me a framework to follow, right? It doesn't explain anything to me. So I had to get really clear scientifically and spiritually on what this is, on what this process is. And it's a math equation. You have a desire, then you have to do embodiment work. This is the identity. This is the self-concept. So desire combined with embodiment, the state of mind that you are embodying and believing and living in mentally, not physically, just mentally, will equal your manifestation. And when I finally saw this as a math equation, I'm like, oh my God, I can have anything. I can have anything, I can do anything, I could be anything. And I started to create these stories for myself, and they all started manifesting, all of them. Like, I am the living proof of how this stuff works. And people think it's, oh, this is too easy. They'll look at my workshop and be like, this is it? This is all you're teaching me? This is just a bunch of words. And I'm like, yeah, it's that easy. It's literally that easy to follow this equation. What does it mean when my SP shows up as my boyfriend in a dream? Birds before landing, or birds before land. So that's a good thing. Your subconscious is showing you like a pregame of what's coming. Everyone asking about the SP, y'all need to focus on yourselves and stop focusing on them. Yes, this is all about self and not the SP. When you focus inward and elevate and upgrade yourself, SP comes back naturally. How do you feel about inspired action instead of taking action? Such a good question. So inspired action feels like impulse. It feels like, oh, I just got an urge to do this, and you need to follow these urges, these hunches, these downloads. They either come as emotions or thoughts that weren't necessarily your own. And you'll notice a lot of them when you meditate. And this is what we call inspired action. It is literally your path of least resistance to receive your manifestation. So when you get that inspiration, when you get that urge, follow it. Follow it full force. No one to change but self. As within, so without. Yes, Michael, you fucking nailed it. Like, that is the motto. When you start focusing inward, does anyone have weird dreams? Like from previous limiting beliefs? Oh my God, yes. So your subconscious will try to play tricks on you. It will start showing you your limiting beliefs and your self-doubts, because think of your brain like a library of past memories and past belief systems. Your subconscious wants to keep you safe. That's the job of your ego. So you're going to fear change, and it's going to want to pull you back into the old thinking pattern, the old belief system, to keep you safe, to prevent you from changing. You can break free from that through persistence. So getting those fearful dreams is totally normal. It actually means you're doing the work, so that's good. You really are my manifesting bestie. Thank you, babe. I'm happy to be that just for everybody. How can I manifest a better environment? Start telling the story of the version of you living in that environment. And this is a story you will be having to repeat daily. What if you're not consistent with 30 days? Does it matter? Like you had a day of upset. No, babe, it's okay. We all have setbacks. Some people have setbacks every day and they still get their desire. The point here is to persist and create new habitual thought patterns until they stick. If that takes you 60 days instead of 30 days, who cares? Just keep persisting. How can I manifest money? Get clear on how much you want, what do you want it for, and what is the version of you who already owns that money. How do they talk? How do they act? How do they succeed in life? What are they doing? Where do they live? Where is all of that money going? And get super clear. And then repeat these stories to yourself about being that version of you. This is your identity transformation. And you can manifest very, very large sums of money by doing this. Are partial manifestations a thing? Yes, they are. You just have to persist through them. Is it okay to look at pics of my SP and my camera roll? If you're not triggered, yes. If you're triggered, don't do anything that triggers you. I just had the worst day. What do I do? If you're spiraling and you're having a really shitty day, go into self-regulation, which means regulating your nervous system. Do the tapping technique, do some breath work. Ice facials really help. From there, you can start consciously creating a newer version of your reality. You can revise what happened today as if it didn't happen. So there are multiple steps that you can do, but really focus on feeling better through nervous system regulation. Aside from your workshop, are there books you recommend? Yes. Psycho-Cybernetics, Ask and It Is Given, Power of Awareness, Becoming Supernatural, The Feeling Is the Secret, Breaking the Habit, oh, I said that already, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, You Are the Placebo. There's a lot. You're welcome. Thank you, Sarah. Can I manifest more than one thing at a time? Absolutely. If you guys go check out my workshop at the top of my page under client testimonies, you'll see people are manifesting multiple desires like clear skin and money at the same time, getting their ex back and manifesting a new job at the same time. So you can do multiple things by evolving your identity to have each thing already included in it through the self-concept transformation work. Can you make a TikTok of the best books you suggest? Absolutely, I can do that this week for you guys. I made a mistake of asking yes/no questions on lives about SP. I'm not sure what you mean, babe. Trigger meaning thinking bad thoughts. Triggered is an emotional, energetic reaction. You feel it. You feel a trigger. You feel bothered. You feel anxious. You feel resentment. You fear doubt. You have a lot of fear and anxiety built up about it. All of that is a trigger. It's creating resistance between you and what you want. It's creating separation. The easiest way to get rid of a third party is to remove your focus from the third party. Block them. They don't exist. Don't entertain any story including a third party. Doing the workshop, does it impact on your manifesting, talking about your ex to your friend for comfort? Well, here's the thing. When you're venting to your friends about anything, you are fixating on the story through your focus. Your words, your beliefs, your focus, these are all creative. So they're creating these things to keep happening. So if you're venting to people about all the stuff you don't like, you are creating more things that you don't like. So, like, if you need to complain and just get it off your chest, do it in one day and then stop. Like control your focus, because it's you versus you. It's not you versus any outside factor. You have to be develop some mental focus and mental awareness of where your thoughts are going and what words you're speaking into existence. Because constant venting will manifest more venting, more problems, more shitty circumstances. You don't want that. Can I read your workshop in one day? Yes, babe. It's self-paced. So the workshop, you do at your own pace. And then on day 3, there's a 30-day manifestation protocol that is required to be followed at least for a month. Some people follow it for more, just to continue persisting. Some people get their manifestations quicker. It's all based on your current level of resistance, but you can read through the entire thing in one day. I just didn't want to overwhelm people with the entire guide in one day, but yes, you can. Does getting tarot readings mean that I'm not confident in my manifestation? So tarot readings and psychic readings, they're guidance systems. If you are feeling like you just need an external validating force, but you want to realize what you're doing there. You're giving your creative power to somebody else, telling you what the truth is for your life. You are the only person that can determine that. So don't give your power away to external forces, external people. You are the creator of your fate and the master of your reality. So you call the shots, you operate the power, you say what goes and what doesn't. So if you're really focusing on tarot readings, you're not stepping into your power, because you're able to create any scenario that you want, and you don't need anyone's validation or anyone's guidance on that. Michael, I love that. What helped me is I look through my eyes as I'm the boss. I run shit. I expect boss shit in my life. Guys, that is self-concept energy, king energy, queen energy. I am in charge. I'm the fucking boss. I run this shit. It's exactly how he said it. Guys, use what he wrote there as your daily affirmation. Say it to yourself as many times as you need. Does it help when I look in the mirror, or does it matter? You can. If you feel power, a lot of people feel power in the mirror because they're looking deep into their own soul. Is it a requirement? No. Does it give you strength? It absolutely can. Thank you, guys. I feel like when I manifest, I get obsessed with the SP and scared of getting disappointed later. So you're focusing way too much on SP and not your self-concept work. That's the link, the missing link that you need to fill. That's a gap in your manifestation. Take him off the pedestal. Put yourself on the pedestal. You are the goal. You are the prize. You are in charge. What you say goes. You get everything that you want. Don't give your power away to SP. SP is just a reflection of your belief system. This is all about leveling the fuck up internally, you know? You guys can't see me? Somebody said my image is paused. Thank you, thank you. Please explain self-concept. Self-concept is your identity. It is the way that you identify yourself through your own assumptions and your belief system. It is the way that you assume other people see you as well. It's the way that you assume your reality works for you. So I have something on my account called the brain dump exercise to manifest a new reality. And it goes over on how to identify these things. It's in my workshop. The people who take my brain dump exercise in the workshop super seriously get really, really good results with this. And you can see all the client testimonies on my page. You're such an inspiration. I've been saying your affirmations every morning. Thank you, Lexi. I love you. I hope those affirmations are kicking ass right now for you. So a lot of you guys are hung up on time. How long will it take? Why isn't it working? The more that you focus on the lack and the separation is the more separation you're creating. So you have to shift into the new state, the new identity, the new mental awareness and state of consciousness of the person who has the goal in their hand. It's yours. You and your desire are one. There's no separation. Stop looking at the time and, oh my God, how long is it going to take? It's been years. Like, there is no past, there is no future, there is the eternal now. You must claim your identity in the now, in the present moment, to fill that gap. And remember, this is all about you. This is not about SP. They're just a reflection of your belief system. So if someone's treating you like shit, ask yourself, how do I view myself? It's so important to get clear on that. Yes, don't doubt or second guess your manifestation. Exactly. Thank you, Nessie. Don't doubt yourself. You're in control. You have all the power. How should I talk to friends of those who ask about SP? You're not required to entertain those conversations. If you feel better just stating, it's something I don't want to discuss, I want to focus on myself right now, your friends have to respect that. Love yourself the way you love SP and watch the world change. On fucking point. Yes, give yourself the love, the respect, the adoration you keep seeking from them. Give it to you first. People will conform after. Boundaries are so up-leveling, honestly. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Sherry, for saying that. Boundaries are fucking key. You must set boundaries in your self-concept. Does the workshop include through affirmations that you want to create for your specific goal? But on my TikTok, I give you guys affirmations like every other night for specific goals. So you can go through my playlist, see what applies to you, and use my affirmations. They're all self-concept affirmations for your goal, whether it's a specific person, if it's money, if it's body image, if it's health. I have them all listed. I'm currently about to start day 3 of the workshop. Megan, I'm so excited for you, babe. You'll see the protocol on there. Please let me know if you have questions on it. I'm here to help. Are you planning on releasing a workshop about starting a business? I actually just posted on my Instagram that I want to do like a live class, maybe like host a Zoom call, completely no charge, free for everybody to attend, to learn how to manifest a successful business. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I will be sharing more of that. What if you don't believe in the universe but in God? Does it matter? Babe, God is real. God is within you. God is source energy. God is in all of us, here, now, in Christ consciousness, in your mind, creating everything through you. There's no denying God. Okay, my loves, my phone is warning me that it's about to die. So I'm going to jump off, but I am on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I will do another live. I want to be on here more frequently. And if anyone has questions regarding the workshop, DM me on IG or right under my most recent TikTok, and I will respond by today or tomorrow morning. Your program is very good. Manifest